Hello, welcome to Minimal Matrix. So, I just wanted to share with you all something that is amazing and with a lot of information and which is close to my heart. So, this is all about my hometown that is in India, and it is about the small town girl who wants to share her childhood memories with you all. So today's place that I'm going to explore on Google Earth is none other than Manjerabad Fort, which is in Sakleshpur, and let's go. Okay, this amazing fort that you see is in octagon shape. It is in Sakleshpur in Hassan district, Karnataka state of India. So this was built by Mr. Tipu Sultan, the ruler of Mysore, and it was built around 17th century as his safe place or summer fort. And the weather in this place is nothing less than a chilling weather even on the summer day. And this fort was built on the mountain or a hilly region, which takes at least minimum of 200 steps to reach the fort. And as you can see, it is in octagon shape. So every corner of the octagon has a watchtower, which is amazing, and two tunnels which reaches to two different cities of Karnataka or towns of Karnataka, ancient towns like Srirangapatna and Mysore, and which can be only traveled through horses, not by walk. It should be traveled only through horses. And as you can see, there is a cross mark in between, which is a water well, which has like steps reaching the well to fetch the water in between the well. In between, like you can go through all the four sides, but you need to go through the steps. Okay, so it has like a steep high and a like in between region is like lower region, and the region on the top is little bit high. Okay, so you have only one entry door, as I can say that you can come through the main road. Usually for tourists, this is a Bangalore highway, so this is like attached to roadside, but you cannot see the fort from down. You'll have to go through a secret route like this and climb around 200 steps, and you have a entry door. And this fort is built in ancient Islamic architecture, so you have a highway all around. What is beneath or around this fort is a tunnel or a water canal where they used to fill in the water, so only they could go through the help of horses. So as I said, like Tipu Sultan used to come here and he could travel to Srirangapatna or Mysore through this route, through this fort. So I will share with you more photos that are shared on Google. I will explain to you what knowledge I know and what are my childhood memories with you all. So stay tuned and please subscribe to Minimal Matrix. Okay, to talk a lot about this fort, they could actually bring elephants inside this fort, and they had many prisoners who were kept in this fort. And there are like inside there are some dungeons which belongs to Tipu Sultan, where people used to be held captive for many years. Usually the enemies who were like, this was like totally a secret place. So Tipu Sultan built it with a like actual reason in this region. Okay, so as you can see, there are two humps that you see. These are the actual tunnels through which you can go to the two main cities that I spoke about. And every corner of this fort, you can see some a sharp edge, but it is a room to watch the enemies who you can see a distance, far distance from this fort, because it is built on the high mountain also. So let me share with you further details. Like, there you can see a natural vegetation, greenery, and it is just 4 kilometers away from Sakleshpur town, and it is like a tourist spot. Archaeological department is actually taking care of the welfare of this fort, but yes, I do agree that the locals did not take care of this fort, and many illegal activities were carried out in the past. So now they are actually looking or taking care of the fort development. Usually they do do the development activities. They take care of timings, like they have kept from 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the evening. Before it wasn't like that, and we have like noticed some of the crime scenes or anything like that before, but now it is not like that. So as you can say, like, this place is like really beautiful on a rainy day, because it is filled with a greenery that will cherish your mind, that will bring you like the freshness of the nature, because it is all filled with greenery. And this picture which you can see right now was taken by the satellite on a sunny day. Okay, so otherwise it is like gloomy weather, beautiful cold winters, and it is like different kind of experience to stay in this place called Sakleshpur. It is a hill station. Okay, so let me show you some of the pictures that are shared on Google, which are related to Manjerabad Fort. Okay, so Manjerabad Fort has an history which is like belonging to 17th century, as I said, by Tipu Sultan, the ruler of Mysore, using French military architects. It is in Hassan district in the Indian state. For more details, you can visit Google and just type this name. Okay, so you have other scenic spots that I'm going to explain to you, but let's explore the photos on Google. So as you can see, some tourists are going, and the tower that you see over here is the watchtower that was built just to watch the enemies from the far distance. So this is actually built in the Islamic architecture, and you can actually watch over the people from these watchtowers, which are on the edge of 8 corners. Okay, this is the place where you can slip and fall. Many might have fallen before, or you cannot get down in this place, because it is already like in the ancient, they used to just fill this place with the water. There are dungeons where they used to keep the enemies or the prisoners half filled with water. That is what I heard. Okay, so the pathways that you see are actually not the ones where you can walk or pass through. Okay, so this is the plus sign that you see in the middle of the fort, and a hump that you saw was the tunnel that you can see. To reach this small like plus thing to fetch the water, you have steps on all 4 sides. Okay, so in this one of the tunnels you can reach Mysore and Srirangapattanam. So this is the scenic view that is on normal day that you can see. The national highway. It is like it's a deep forest. Nowadays, because of before you couldn't see, I believe. Nowadays, because of cutting of trees and all this kind of things, you can still see a little bit of national highway, but still it is like not completely visible to your eyes. So this is the like combination of sky and the greenery, I can say. It is more beautiful on the rainy season, and this is the entryway that is like, it is on the top of the entry tunnel. Okay, like on the entrance. So as you can see, like there is no much maintenance that has been done on this fort. But yes, now government is actually taking care of these archaeological sites which belongs to the historical major historical part of India. So this is on a rainy day. This is how the you know weather looks. It's all filled with greenery, and you can actually come to this fort, but you need to be very careful because it is filled with stones, and the flooring is all of stone and the old mud that they have used. So this is like 200 steps that you need to climb to enter the fort. And these are like small dungeons where they used to actually stay or keep people in prison. So it is very scary to get inside because it is all dark. Sometimes I have even heard that they have kept the elephants in these places. Like they could get the elephants on the top and they could actually tie them inside. So this is the tower, like watchtower, from where they used to watch the enemies. These are like on every corner, as I said, on the 8 corners. So this is like this is what it looks like, and we being locals, we did not know until there was a movie shooting that happened in this place around 2000, after 2009 or 10. So this was captured and it was like looking beautiful from the top. That is when people started giving Manjerabad fort a recognition. So this is actually the what do you call it? This is actually the portrait of the whole fort. It is built in octagon shape. This is how it actually looks, and it is belonging to the Islamic culture of building any fort. Or this fort is actually special because of this shape, I can say. And it was built in 17th century by French military forces. So it should be like amazing, right? So these are the places from which you have to go. It is very narrow route. You need to be careful. It is like trekking experience, and it is not as easy as you think. This is the view from inside. From inside a tunnel or a dungeon, that this is like an entry route, and it is like very creatively built, I can say. So this is how it looks right now. It is all filled with mud, and they try to fill mud just to avoid people. And we don't know when they released this fort, so maybe locals did not realize this fort was even there, and there was like low maintenance. This is the place which is like spoiled. The watchtower that I told you is actually spoiled, so it should have been like covered, and it has like 3 rooms. Can you believe, in this small watchtower, there are 3 rooms where soldiers used to rest also, they used to watch also. So it is like tiny rooms, but still it is like amazing architecture. So this is like the entry of one of the dungeons. This is like the perfect picture that I like, and which I have about Sakleshpur. It's like wet floors, which is always raining, and it is like filled with green walls, and it's like beautiful. This is how the weather should be, to be in Sakleshpur, and you'll feel that your childhood has come back. Look at this architecture that I spoke about. It is like, to carve this architecture in 17th century, it is like incredible, right? That is why we call Incredible India. But what we need to do is like really preserve this art.